My name is Bhupend. I'll be explaining the solution. Let's see. A point xy is randomly picked from inside the rectangle and the vertices are so and so. What is the probability? So it's basically a question which is related to coordinate geometry and also with the probability. The very first suggestion for the coordinate geometry is that one should draw an appropriate figure, a really good figure. So I'm quickly switching on the grid here like this, and the first thing that I'll be doing is I'll be marking where exactly the points are located on xy plane, because all the points I can see are in the first uh, quadrant or on the axis. So I am drawing a figure somewhat like this. Supposing this is the y-axis and here it is the x-axis. Now none of the coordinates is exceeding 4 units, so I'm just taking this 1 2 3 4 these bigger blocks as 1 unit. The very first point is 0 0, so 0 0 is a point that I can see will come at this point. The next point 4 comma 0, 1 2 3 4, so 4 0 will come at this point probably. 4 1, this is 4, this is 1, and 0 1, 0 1 comes at this point, right? Here we have this thing. Let me switch off the grids and let me darken out these points. This is the first point, second point, which is 4 1, 4 0 0 0. Let me also write it down for our convenience so that we can remember it. Now the question is, what is the probability that x is less than y? Whenever you have an expression like this, the very first question that we must think is, when is x equal to y? So quickly drawing a line, the x is always equal to y when we draw a line at a 45 degrees, which is equidistant from the two axes, that means x and y axis. So we get a figure like this, right? Let me also complete the quadrilateral, the rectangle that we had to draw. The rectangle that the question expects us to draw looks like this. Now you should always think where exactly x is greater than y and x is less than y. So at random, just to understand it better, you can just quickly pick one random point. For example, this is the point. Do we realize this is the x distance and this is the y distance? So for this point, x is far less than y. And if you take any other point right here, that means towards the right of this blue line, you will see that for this point, x coordinate is bigger than the y coordinate. So x will be greater than y. So here the question expects us to find out the region where x is less than y, which means we have to take the region which is towards left side of this blue line, which means the area that we are looking forward to inside the rectangle is this area. So our favorable probability is equal to, probability is defined as the favorable region upon the total outcomes. In geometric probability, the favorable region divided by total region. So in this case, the shaded region divided by the entire rectangle, the area of the rectangle. So the shaded region, let's quickly understand. This distance is 1 unit as it's depicted in the y coordinate of this point. And since this line is x equal to y, so this distance should also be equal to 1 unit, which means the area of the shaded region becomes half of 1 into 1. The area of the rectangle, let's quickly see. This is 4 units, whereas the width is 1 unit, so the area of the rectangle becomes 4 times 1. So the required probability becomes numerator 1 by 2, denominator 4, which is same as 1 over 8. And that's what our answer is, which is option A. So that's how you answer the question of coordinate geometry. The very first suggestion, do not forget, always draw the figure. That's the key to answer the question. And draw the figure as close to the actual figure as possible. That means try to draw the figure as per the scale. I hope this helps. Thank you so much.